Shalom, all praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the elect. Ba'Shem Machakwadash. My name is Jacobo from Plaintables Camp. This is the brothers video. We got a Holy Bible Defenders. Right here, more than 50,000 has now received the RFID implant. It's probably more than that, but mainly in Europe, and you got a lot of Americans doing it too. But let's listen in.
Microchip technology is no longer a theory or some form of breakthrough tech. It's an expected reality. Some states in America are already planning ahead in terms of how to deal with this technology, which is soon to come. States are enacting preemptive bans to prevent employers from requiring that their workers be microchipped, wrote the authors of the report. Internationally, more than 50,000 people have elected to receive microchip implants to serve as their swipe keys, credit cards, and means to instantaneously share social media information. This where chip implants are more widely accepted to use.
Now, Revelation 13:15 on down talks about the system being imposed to replace the dollar and the debit card. So the currency is going to be medium of exchange. It's going to be a microchip implanted in people's arm, hand. All right, that's the convenient spot for it. It talks about the brain chip in the prophecy and the hand chip in the prophecy. So all the world will comply to this, whether they're enemies or allies. They're going to comply.
For gym access, e-tickets on transit systems, and to store emergency contact information. There is a lot of speculation about what this mark could be, or some type of barcode. There is so much speculation surrounding what the mark of the beast will be. One interesting theory is linked to Elon Musk's Neuralink technology.
He's not the first one to come up with technology. That's just a popular company. It's a name brand, Neuralink. There are other companies that are pioneering, either equivalent or ahead of this company. It was very popular, so people like to talk about it because of who Elon Musk is.
Neuralink hopes to create direct brain-to-computer interfaces that allow people to control digital devices with their thoughts. The interesting thing about Neuralink is that when people look at it, it does bear characteristics that cause concern among some Christians. The implant location. Neuralink is a chip implanted in the brain, forehead region, which echoes the Revelation description of where the mark will be. Economic dependency.
That's one of the locations. It says right hand or forehead. All right, and doesn't make sense for no normal everyday transaction to be in your brain. That's for the spinal bypass technology and the controller computers to know what your mind. But for currency, which is going to be the majority, 99% plus, it's going to be in the hands or arms to make purchases and, to verify your identity.
If such technologies become gateways to participating in the economy via digital identity, currency, or communication, it aligns with the prophecy that the mark controls buying and selling, normalization through innovation. Perhaps most importantly, the mark of the beast isn't described as being overtly evil. The concern is deception. The mark will likely be
well, it is evil. All right, the Bible says, Revelation 14th chapter tells you that if you the penalty if you take the implant of a microchip, the mark of the beast is destruction and brimstone, and you receive a sore, right? Cancer or ulcer. So it is evil. It's bad. It's you're going against the Creator, the Messiah. So it is a bad thing. No, if you don't take it, the penalty is death by a local government. If you do take it and you survive all the calamities, your destruction is going to be fire and brimstone. That's how you're going to die in a hellfire. And then your spirit's going to be released, and you're going to go back to the Father and then carry out your judgment after. Now, if you're an Israelite, your judgment was prophesied from the foundation of the earth, which is it's going to be paradise, heaven. All right. That's the unique thing about being an Israelite. You get to, even if you mess up, ultimately you will be delivered.
Presented as a necessary or even benevolent innovation. For example, at this stage, none of us know what the actual mark of the beast will look like.
The mark of the beast is going to be a microchip. All right. So it's either going to be the flat chip, like Walletmore, that's the name of the company, or it's going to be. So whatever product they decide to mass produce, that's what it's going to be. But we know it's going to be a microchip. It's going to be inserted into the hand and arms and brain. All right. And that's what people will be able to buy and sell with and authenticate their identity.
But we do know that it's coming.
The world is a very different place than what it was 20 years ago. There's many more threats we have.
All right, let's look up at least the flocks to draw them out. These are going to be on that the implant. Matter of fact, let's look that up. Y'all know the prophecy already. Let's look at State of Israel, the imposter Jays. Let's look up how many Israelis have implantable microchips. No, correct it. There are no reliable official statistics on how many people in Israel have implantable microchips, though some sources suggest a range of 50,000 to 100,000 individuals may have been chipped worldwide. All right. So maybe that's where the author of the video I was just watching from the elder, the author of the video got the information from. So 50,000 to 100,000 individuals worldwide. Can we do deep dive deeper with the AI? Let's see. This is the free version. They have paid and free. It is not possible to provide an exact number of Israelis who haven't been implanted microchips, as no reliable data exists. Okay, I accept your answer. All right, move on to Revelation 13. And let's go to the point. 13:16, and he calls with all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark on their right hand or in their foreheads. All right, so the right hand just means your hands in general, left or right. Arms, you receive the mark. All right, but that's a general location for where it's going to be. And that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Here is wisdom, let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. Not literally like one man. And I guess that's where the doctrine of the Antichrist comes from. For it is the number of a man. So you're going to have 666 tattooed to his ass cheeks. Chi, Xi, stigma. That's the Antichrist. Donald Trump, Nero. No, it means the system. All right. The Edomites. That's his number. Esau, Edom. All right. See how his can be plural? All right. So we got Chi, Xi, stigma. And we got charagma. All right. You should know what it is by now. All right. And if you're too damn slow to look it up, then you probably ain't of the elect. All right. Look it up yourself. So I'll leave that there. All right. All the world's governments are going to impose this implantable microchip on their people. All right. If they got electricity, they're going to get the chip. So Now, if you have the elect, you will not receive the chip no matter where you are on earth. You will never receive the implantable microchip. All right. Shalom.